Hello, this is Knit to Fit knitcast. My name is Lena and I'm purLZknitting. I am a knitwear designer. I talk about knitting here in my little space. I talk about tools that create the beautiful knitting and talk about how to make it fit your body. It's kind of hard sometimes to explain how to do it unless you actually do it. So as I will be releasing my patterns and videos, you'll be checking those out because the tutorials are much better than when I talk about it. I know what I'm talking about, but I'm still learning. So as I learn, I correct the patterns or provide a next version of it as I learn the new tricks and tips, or just release a new pattern. I started releasing them continuously because I was finally ready. And I wasn't ready before, and I'm not sure what I was waiting for, but I'm happy that I started doing this, and I'm happy that I actually got on camera and started talking because I didn't think that I would like it. I didn't think that I can do it. I was very self-conscious, but I'm gaining more and more that gut thing that gets me on the camera. Anyway, let's start today. Today I will tell you about 9 things that I like or I do not like about the new set. The little story of how I got it. It was a dumb luck. It was really a dumb luck. I went on to Farmer's Daughters Fibers. Candice has an amazing rewards program, and I had a few rewards to be used. So I went in there because I needed a ChiaoGoo shorty set, the blue one. This is the red one that I use all the time. Like, the outside is kind of a little dirty, but the needles are smaller and I needed a little bit larger set. I am not sure if I will use the yellow ones ever. I don't work with larger needles most of the time, but the blue one I didn't have. I didn't even think that I would ever say it, that I don't have something. So that said, I do need, I do work with those all the time, and I thought it would be great to get it and probably use my little discount, my rewards discount. And lo and behold, the first thing that I see is this right there. And I'm thinking, okay, it's there. What is it? Why don't I know about it? Because obviously I'm living under the rock. And I had no clue that the ChiaoGoos came out with this special edition set. And I'm checking it out and I like what I see and I want it. And they have it. I put in a cart. I bought it. I used my my discount. So Candice has rewards program. You can get $25 or $75. You accumulate it while you make purchases there. But she has amazing yarn and some other goodies. Books, she has really amazing stuff. I also needed a replacement of her little cup because I used it all the time. I brought it from work home and I lost it. I don't know how. Maybe somebody broke it but not speaking up. So it's the little one. I use usually the mason jars for my teas, cold teas, sometimes cold coffees, maybe with some ice. And they don't have the lid, but at work it's much more comfortable to drink out of those that Candice sells. They come with a little straw and with the wooden lid. So that's what I was there shopping for. And instead, well, okay, I got the cup. I did it because my husband said, why don't you just get a replacement because you can't find the old one? Well, I got the replacement. It's coming. But this came sooner and I couldn't believe it because I was tracking the shipment. I was waiting for it, but I couldn't believe that I got it because it's sold out everywhere. No one can find it. It's like people are waiting for it, but there's not many reviews. So I'm giving you my review. I worked with it for 2 weeks now. 2 weeks? A little over a week. Close to 2 weeks. And I have an opinion, believe it or not. So it came like this in this sturdy, heavy-duty box. It's really heavy. Is it a waste? Yes. Yes, it is, because I will throw it and I will never use it. It comes also in this, so it's heavy, heavy, heavy. I understand it's to protect your treasure, and this is amazing, but I don't know, it comes in another box, and the case is really amazing to hold everything in, but I guess not to damage it. They decided to put it in, so that's a little bit wasteful, but hey. And then it comes in this envelope thingy. So here it is. It's gray, has a huge, huge zipper. If I were to give it credit, I do not like the zipper on Magpie Knits. This one I do not like. This is my it's very hard to open, and these are so rigid. My fingers, oh, I always hurt. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's my pet peeve, that there's metal zippers. This one is pretty soft and comfortable, metal, but it's actually really easy to open and close. So the case is different. The case is much better than it was, than their normal, regular, standard one, for the larger size needles. So the standard one, you have just slots there, and you have one pocket. So that's your normal standard full, small, or large set. That's what it is. So this one is luxury, 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 more luxury. And then when you open it, so this was inside there, of course I used it. And I will read some blurbs from here because I don't agree with some of it. This is amazing. Everything in here, design is so great. Everything is just thought through so well. I like the little thing that you can probably use to attach something. This is my needle case. I do like that they have this here for a pen, and there's another slot, but I bet I didn't try it yet, so I'm trying it with you here. But I can fit a few crochet hooks in there that I always need. There's a tiny little pocket here. Everything is really good quality. It's all pleather, but it's a decent size. It has a little slot for the ruler. Scissors. How great is that? There's a tiny little corner here out of the pleather that holds that little end of the scissors. The tape measure. The little tin that holds a lot of stuff, different goodies. I'll show it to you in a second. There is a pocket right there. They're saying to fit your pattern. Sure, whatever. I don't think so, because most indie patterns, good ones, unless good ones come in, I don't know, 13 pages. If you fold it, it's gonna be awkward to keep it there. Just my opinion, right? So this one, this is magnetic. It's actually pretty easy to put in, like on, and see how great it is. All right, I'll come back to it in a second. And there's a huge pocket here that holds all of your cables. That's that. So the case is great. Love the case. Absolutely love the case. Love that the needles themselves, this is like, so first you have the sizes written there. I like the elastic. This is my absolutely must have, the elastic with needles. The smaller ones on this side, the larger ones on the other side. So what are they and how are they comparing to the old ones? ChiaoGoo says that they are, from what I read and what I listened to, that they made out of African blackwood, and musical instruments are made out of that. So they made the needles out of like shavings. This part is made out of shavings right there. And they did such a great job of combining it with the metal tip. So what they're saying is that several years and much thought have gone into its design. Forte tips are an elegant combination of sleek stainless steel and luxurious African blackwood. Due to its metal-like working properties, stability, and lustrous face, African blackwood is considered superior for the use of making woodwind instruments, and now also ChiaoGoo knitting needles. So it's very smooth. It's very smooth compared to ebony or cherry wood, anything. It's smooth. It warms up as you work with it. It's not, if you feel it, it's pretty great transition from metal to wood, but there is, I mean, you can feel that there's a connection there. Does it bother me when I knit? No. It's very smooth. I like the feel of it. My stitches come out tighter on these than these. I know it's the opposite for, I'm not like normal knitter. So compared to the old one, the tips are the same. Same long tip, same sharp long tip. Like this is the same size needle, so you can see it compared. I would love to see it in 4-inch tips because I use 5 and 4 all the time with any project. I use both. This is why I decided to go for the blue ones, because at least it has 3-inch tip there, and I need that sometimes, just a touch smaller. Especially now with my kids' sizes. The new pattern that will be coming out, I added to my 21 adult sizes, I added 10 sizes for children from 1 year old to like 12 to 14. So right now I have a range of 31 sizes, and it's so easy. I don't know what I was waiting for. It's so easy to actually knit a sweater for a teeny person. I can adjust it on the fly. I can knit it 5 times and it goes fast. But I need smaller needles. So these would be amazing in 4-inch. But I'm not sure how hard it will be to make. I don't know how the weather will affect it. Here where we're from in Pennsylvania, it's not too humid. It's a normal weather. So I'm not sure if it will split, if there will be any defect to it over time. The way they cure it and the way they fit it in, probably they've thought about it. I hope. But we'll see over time. The numbers beautifully etched in there. When it used to say ChiaoGoo, right now it's CG. So that's that, and then the sizes are there. So they are amazing. These are so good. It's the perfect combination of everything. I love these. That will be the needles. That will be everything about the needles. So let me return back to the case. One thing that I didn't show you that they say what it is. Let me get my needle. All right. So this is magnetic. So any stitch markers, needles, anything you have, if you have this out, you can keep that in there and it will be not lost. It'll be easy to pick up. My little thing is, okay, if you're going somewhere and you have these in and you just want to pack up quickly, it kind of holds there, but what for? I don't know. I'm just asking. Like what is this really for? All right. So the case is different. Love it. Needles, love it. The love that they included beautifully in a beautiful little case the tape measure, because you can never have enough tape measures, ever. It's pretty easy to hold, pretty easy. White, I don't know, over time it'll get dirty, my opinion. But additional tape measure, great in my book. This is such a great improvement. I like the wooden ones always 2 or 4 inches. So this side has centimeters, which is great. I'm actually, so I was born and raised in Moldova, where I met my husband in 7th grade. We started dating. Long story short, we got married. We moved to America, where we live. We always lived in Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, and then we live to Mechanicsburg now. So we didn't have anything like that, and we were used to metric system. So for me, centimeters easier to work with. I had to adjust to write patterns in inches, and now I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to include centimeters into my pattern because it's easy to calculate, very easy to calculate. So I'm going to do that. And so I will need this, definitely. And I understand centimeters more than inches. I do know the difference, but if I show you this is centimeter, like between the fingers, this is centimeter. Yes, this is about an inch, but I know centimeters and millimeters more. It comes naturally to me. So improvement over the old one. This is the old one, just one-sided. You have centimeters, and you have centimeters, and you have inches, and then you have your needle size gauge thing. Here, one side inches with the US size needles from size 2 to 15, and that's what the set has, which is great because I love when they include 2.75 millimeter needle, this one, because I use it a lot. And then the other side with centimeters has the needles in millimeters, which is great because most of the time I go by millimeters, not by US size sizes. So I love that they have a special spot for it right there. It's really, really great. The scissors are excellent. Easy to reach. Sometimes it's not easy to reach these things, like, you know, the pen, but I like that it's here all in one spot, ready to go. Scissors, very easy to pull. They are your normal ones. These ones I like. I do like the other ones more. My friend a very long time ago gave me these. She brought them from Bath. She brought them from Bath, UK. This was a gift from me, from my friend. So I like these a lot. Now, this little tin, and I have a few thoughts on what's in the tin, and I love the improvements by a lot. So let's open it up. It houses all kinds of stuff there. Oops. And they were in a little packet thingy, so I'm just gonna dump all of it here and go one by one. So they included your normal regular, it comes with one only, but I usually have them everywhere. With time, the sticky part becomes not so sticky, so I prefer to have the fresh ones, and I like to have 2 because sometimes if I grip it with 2 hands and tighten it, it holds better. Plus I use the tool. Let me show you. You know what the tool looks like, right? It's a normal pen. Would it be too hard for them to change the tool and include something like this, like Lantern Moon did? I would prefer this, and I use this. So I took it out of the Lantern Moon set and I included it into all of my sets here. So I have it with me because it's easier to hold, easier to grip. I have these, a million of these everywhere, and I keep them in tins like this, but I would prefer this because it's easier to handle. So And then they give you safety pins. I am not sure if I will ever use these. If I would put stitches on hold, the yarn tends to get in there, so I don't use them for that. To hold something, I knit in around mostly, so these will be useless to me. But maybe you do use them all the time, so it's included. Great. Nice to have that there. They included 2 needles, tapestry needles there. What I would prefer is if they would keep one straight, because I don't know, people have different tastes. Oh yeah, I do know people have different tastes. So because people have different tastes, I would include one with a bent end, right? I do not almost ever work with these, and these are very thick, very thick. To use them for very fine, they're the same size both. So I would prefer if they included one like thinner one, you know, not that thick. This is very thick. For anything fingering yarn, I would prefer something like this that's much thinner and with bent end. It's so much easier to get it through. Is it my opinion only? Do you like the bent ones more? So I don't know, check it out. But I would prefer to use the bend, this one, versus straight. That's just my 2 cents in. What else? The stoppers, your normal, regular stoppers. Do I like them? Yes, sometimes I do. If you have elongated stitches and you need to hold it, this is a good thing to do. This is for the larger needles, the black ones, the white ones for the smaller size needles. What do I like to use? I like to use highest for that. These little guys. These little guys. I'm not sure how to show them here. I'm gonna try those. They fit only small ones. The larger, the small high stoppers, these or these, they fit the small ones. The larger ones do not. Don't try it. But they're just so cute. I just like them. So I use them for ChiaoGoo needles. They fit. Small ones fit. Large ones, no. Then it includes the connectors to extend your cables for large and small size, and then it includes those transition. If you have the smaller cables, you can attach these and use it for larger needles. That's that. What's improved greatly that I absolutely love. They did such an amazing job. I wish that they had it forever and ever. So these are the old stitch markers. Plastic, yes, good, yes. Very thick, very uncomfortable to use, especially the small ones. Very uncomfortable. They make a huge gap between stitches, and it takes a little bit more yarn, so it elongates the stitches, and they're deformed. The new ones are amazing. This is the new one. So they're metal, coated metal. That's what they are. They're very similar to, just slightly thinner, I think, to coconuts. ChiaoGoo. Coconuts is a little thicker. ChiaoGoo's thinner. Both the small ones, the smaller size and the larger size, and coconuts, these are the smaller size. It's kind of, yeah, it's just slightly thicker, but they're all different sizes. I'll use them all, but these I love. They're smooth, they're not thick, they're not uncomfortable as these little guys, the pink ones, these that used to come, or that still come with the sets, with the normal sets. So that great improvement. Love it. Used it and enjoyed it a lot. So anything else? Now to the one thing that I need to talk about, because this is I don't know, it's very, very unusual. So let's see. I have weird ears. Almost every single headphone just falls out of them. Anyway, these come with Swift 360 cables. It's memory free. It's metal with coated in nylon, right? And they're swivel. They're rotating here. If you're working with something and you need to change the needles, it's very easy to screw them on. I don't believe, I don't know, maybe just me, but I didn't notice when I knit that it helps that it swivels. I haven't noticed. I haven't noticed the difference. For me, it's the same, but like now you can tell I'm holding this and I can rotate it. These come undone so easy. I was ticked off because my stitches were falling off constantly and it was coming undone, and I would it's not enough that it was snag, and it's not an easy pull through the stitches. Just go and check out which video, one of my videos. I was talking about stitch markers or something like that, and I was pulling these through, and it snags, it gets the yarn gets caught. It's very annoying. What I like about these cables, it's much thinner, it's memory free. So compared to, let's compare it to the red cable first. The red cable is sturdier, not as bendy, not as flexible. These are much more flexible. Thicker. The red cable is much thicker. And I'm not sure if it's because of the thickness of the cable or because this one is swivel that the yarn gets caught, probably because of that. But I think how thin this material is, it plays another big role in it. So to choose out of two, my to-go favorite, the first choice would be the red ones. There are blue ones that are a little more flexible than red and slightly, are they thinner? Yeah, they're, I don't know, I can't tell, slightly thinner. They're like by point, I don't know, 0.5 millimeters thinner, the blue ones, and they're more flexible. So this tiny little thing bends easier than that, and I like that. But I haven't worked with the long ones, the blue ones, yet. I have the small ones. These come in a pack of 3. I use them because I have multiple needles. Sometimes I use them as flexi needles. I just use 6 needles attached to these, and I use them as DPNs, but flexible DPNs. That's what I use them for. But they're tiny. They're not this length, right? So, and then compared to the very old spin, this is a disaster, in my opinion. The yarn gets caught. The memory, this is the only one that I kept. This is the only one that I kept just to remind me how much I do not like to work with these. They are, I don't know, if these, the Swift 360 compared to spin, if we compare them, first, that swivel part is much longer in the Swift 360 than spin. Spin material doesn't include that metal part. It's just the nylon or plastic coating, whatever it is. It's not memory free. It's not very comfortable for me to work with, so I got rid of them. This is the only one that's left. These ones, memory free. What I would like to see is these, but not swivel. That would be an amazing addition. And hopefully that thinner cable will actually glide through the yarn, and hopefully it's just that swivel mechanism that gets caught, and it's annoying, really annoying when you work with it. And I knit a lot. I knit every day. I knit a lot. a lot. So in that week, let's say it just was a week, right? In that week while I worked with it, I don't know. The cable's not my favorite. No, I would not. I would redesign them. They put a lot of thought in it, and they did. I do love the cable itself, but I do not like how easily it gets undone no matter what I tried. I tried to tighten it up, and then I tried to tighten up with the squeeze thingy. Red ones very rarely come undone for me, only when I knit very tightly. I wasn't even knitting tightly with this, and it was coming undone. So maybe it's a fluke, maybe it's just me, but the mechanism here, I don't particularly like. No, that's my opinion on it. I still prefer the red ones a lot more. Red ones are my to-go, would be like forever. These ChiaoGoo's my #1 rated needles. I love them. I love these. These are amazing. I wish they would come in 4-inch, but I'm pretty sure it's very hard to do. But these are stunning. Really, really, really amazing. Great job on the stitch markers. They are really, really good. Really good. Thank you, ChiaoGoo. Needles, tapestry needles. Please just include the smaller ones with bent tip. You know, one of each. It doesn't have to be 2 huge ones, because sometimes you just don't use them. The big one, the big ones. Maybe a crochet hook. ChiaoGoo, if you're listening, a crochet hook, especially something like this that will be easy to pick up stitches with, because I use these all the time. Maybe it will have just a straight needle on one end and a crochet hook on the other end, but it's easy to maneuver and pick up your dropped stitches. That would be invaluable. And really lovely stuff, this one. Overall, it's an amazing set and really, really good case. Really easily, like for me, the metal zippers are just a no-go, but this is actually pretty comfortable. It doesn't rub on my hands. It's a good set. So I'll be using these, but with red cables. I'll play with these some more with the Swift 360s, but so far I don't particularly like them. I like to knit faster, and I don't like to drag, to just try and squeeze the stitches through that joint. The joints for the needles, this one, as always, top notch. Smooth, no gaps, nothing gets caught in this area where the joint is. And the same, it's the same larger hole that you can actually put your lifeline through and keep your stitches safe. So overall, it's an amazing set. Out of 10, I would give it a 10, but I don't like the cables and a few other things that they didn't quite think through, but they still put a lot of thought in it, a lot of love. And 9.5, maybe, something like that. So I do have those little things that I'm not happy about, but overall, just the needles themselves, they feel so nice. It's amazing. That's my 2 cents on the set and experience with it. Knit fast, beautiful knitting, beautiful stitches. I absolutely love it. Love it. Anything else you need to know, ask below. Anything else that I didn't cover, just ask. And next time, because I did it quite a few times, I will actually show you more of this. So this is one of the kids. This is kid size 6 years old. It knits very fast. This is my yoke sweater. This is my modified yoke sweater. Do I need these stitch markers, all of them? Yes, and this is how I will guide you through the pattern using those stitch markers, and the video, so you're sure and you know what to do where. There will be charts for the increases at the shoulder. This is the shoulder increase. There will be charts for each size. Yes, I know it's 31 sizes, but I'll do it so it'll be easier for you. I want you to be happy when you work on this pattern, not confused. And this part, before you know how I do it, could be confusing, right? So I'll try to do my best so it's not confusing to you. How I came up with this, if you ever been in Barcelona and you ever been at Sagrada Familia, while we were walking in there, the ceilings, the way they designed, it's like a fishbone. It gave me an idea of the shoulder shaping. I was looking at it, I took a few pictures, and it was just like, okay, I need to start knitting quickly. I started drawing, and that's what I came up with. This is the best shoulder shaping ever. Do I have some other ones? Yes, this is like almost fanning out, or you will see it like you see it on the screen right now. That's basically what it is, but you can actually add it all in one line at the back. So this is the back, this is the front, and right now it's not built yet, but my stitches are dropping. Ouch. So right now it's not built yet, but this is where the middle of the sleeve is. This is the back. It will be higher by almost 2 inches for that size, like an inch and an eighth of an inch. And then I will be building it up. So as I go, I already built up the back neckline drop. It's this one. So I put stitch markers to tell you where the back neckline drop is. So that's what I've created, but the rest of the back neckline is flat. It's not a half moon shaping. This is just short rows that are connected to the front, and I build the shoulders while I do it. So I'm working on a pattern, trying to simplify it as much as possible. I use a lot of stitch markers to guide you through, videos, charts, all of that will be in the pattern, and 31 sizes. If you have a little one, start with a small size. That will be just start with a small size. My little suggestion, if you have to rip, work with a lifeline, shorter lifelines, and then you learn how to do it, and then you can work on the larger size. That would be my little tip. All right, next time I'll show you the progress on this one. This was reknit like 5,000 times yesterday and today, and I'll talk more about that design. I'll keep posting pictures on Instagram, so just look out for that. I'll try to do it daily as I progress, because sometimes I just rip back and I start from the neckline again and again and again and again and again. I'm almost done finalizing what it is, so I should be okay. Once you're done with all of this and you progress to yoke, it's just increases around your shoulders. I never increase here. I said it time and time again. I never ever increase here. Kid sizes, adult sizes, it doesn't matter. This is where we have, you know, I don't want to look like a balloon here. And if you are chesty, busty lady, if you want the back to be slightly narrower, then do not make increases. I have it in a pattern. You will just skip increases for the back and you will be okay. Your back will be slightly narrow and your front will be slightly wider, and you might either want to go up a size or see how it fits, what fits better. But I will tell you by how much you will save on the back. Maybe like by 2 inches you're actually making it narrower, so the front will hug your bust beautifully and it will fit perfectly. That will be that, and then it will just lay on shoulders, and then from here on, from the underarm, it's just straight. It's pretty boring, but this gives you that little challenge. And what's good about it is that challenge, it's only on the right side rows. Wrong side, just breeze. You just go through that, turn where you need to turn for the short rows and go back. But your wrong side, you just rest, and then right side, you have to pay attention on your increases and short rows at the back. In the beginning, it's only the first round. It's only one round when you build the back neckline drop. After that, but it's a lot of short rows, so you're going back and forth, and then you move on to the other side, build it there, and that concludes one round. So you do it all in one round, and you build up a decent amount of shoulder in that one round. After that, you do the half moon thing, going from one side to the other, going back. To keep the rows intact, you will have to break the yarn twice. That's my method. That's what I came up with. But it keeps then everything in sync. Everything is even, and you don't need to add stitches on the wrong side to balance it out for the other side. It's like, no, I try to keep it all on the right side, but because of that, you have to break the yarn twice. So that concludes it for today. If you have any questions or anything like that, please ask them below. I will actually include the form. If you want to submit it, it will go directly to me. Still, subscribe for the newsletter. The next Wednesday, I will actually start a giveaway. It will be like a holiday giveaway thing. I will tell you what it will be next week, and we'll see how it goes. But the way I will select the winner, you will just go to my website, the link is below, and subscribe for my newsletter. This way I will have your email address, and I will email you when you won that prize. So until next week, try to knit a lot, and I hope I'll see you next week here with me. Thanks for watching. Bye.